Hello, Mary Mealy here. We're talking today about solutions to challenges that educators are having with distance learning and quarantine learning. And today we're talking specifically about socialization. We know that in the classroom, our students benefit from learning peer to peer and learning from the others in the classroom setting. And they're really missing this opportunity right now. Many students are resorting to FaceTime or group chats or party lines to get that really great socialization that they need. But there's no reason why teachers can't develop programming within their distance learning modules to provide an opportunity for students to socialize in a more structured way. So this idea that I'm going to be presenting here has to do with that. Let's get into it. So the first is just get a concept idea together for yourself. If you teach science, if you teach history, if you teach a foreign language, if you teach English or math, there may be topics that you're already teaching right now that you would like students to further investigate together. But I've just come up with a standalone idea just to present this concept. So the concept idea is as follows. Trent and Alexis, fourth graders, are paired up to investigate a shared idea of interest which has to do with building. They are going to work on creating mansions. Then they will compare and contrast their creations. Trent and Alexis will write about their creations and develop a presentation for the class where they will share their findings. Framework. Define objectives and rubrics for projects. Outline the process that you want your students to follow. Develop the timeline to follow. Teach the skills you want your students to use in their dialogue and conversation. Use technology to make this process easy to manage for you and the students. Let's say you have some objectives. Students will create a project on a shared area of interest. They will write about the similarities and differences between what they made and how they made it. Then they will present their findings to the class using a taped Zoom or Google Meet video. So of course, a lot of this instruction that you're going to be creating is instruction around the technology, which I think is actually great and really okay. So I've developed a rubric. You can develop yours however you like. This is by no means comprehensive, but it has a couple of aspects of the program that I wanted to teach the students. So the objective will be that the students will come up with a shared interest project that can be completed in 1 week's time. Topic of the project has to fit in with an area that we've been studying. Then the students will follow the suggested timeline and meet mini deadlines on the project. Students will complete the lessons on how to dialogue and collaborate. Students will apply these skills within their interactions together and throughout the project. So let's say this is the timeline, and I'll just enter down here so it's all on one page. So on Monday, let's say, and we can do this very easily in a Google Classroom or in a Seesaw Me format. If you're not familiar with these two pieces of technology, you can watch my earlier webinar that I did that was on just how to tutor online. And I also have a digital course where I teach all of these tools for delivery, organization of your content, and where to source your content. And that could be very helpful to you. So on Monday, you want to prepare some instructional videos on how to speak with your partner about your ideas. So some things you might say to your students is, well, when we want to brainstorm, it's really a good idea for both of us to get out a piece of paper and write down all of our ideas that we have where we have some kind of interest. And then let's actually share with each other our lists, and then we can find areas of commonality. From there, maybe we can prioritize together. Oh, well, I don't really want to do this. I actually would rather do this. Or, oh, you want to do this and I want to do this. Is there something that we could do to meet somewhere in the middle? Is there some project that we could figure out that would satisfy your desire to do A and my desire to do B? So you're teaching students really very specifically how one compromises and how one comes up with an idea that is truly a shared concept and a shared idea. So this is the value of this type of instruction, this type of socialization work that you can do with students. So then you want to have them speak together. So you want to get them together on a Google Meet or a Google Zoom. And again, maybe this type of instruction happens the week before, and then during the week of the project, they have other work that they're doing that they're able to move more fluidly through because you've already done a lot of the legwork on the instruction ahead of time, where you have to meet your students where they are. But the point is that you want them to talk with each other about their idea. Then they're going to submit their project idea. Again, if you're using Google Classroom, if you're using Seesaw Me, these are really easy ways to keep organized and to make sure that your students have a landing page to submit their ideas and information and to get your content as well. On Tuesday, you can watch the video. The students can watch the video on how to map out your project. This includes where to source materials, what to do on your own versus what to do with your family, how to be safe when you're doing a project. You could talk about scheduling time to complete the project. If they have 2 days to complete the project, they can't create something that's going to take 16 hours to complete, right? So you're teaching them really strong executive functioning skills by having something like this happening for them. Then you can say, okay, your work today is you're going to work on that project. And on Wednesday, you might teach another video on how to check in with your partner and how to ask questions of your partner in terms of where they are in their process and how to help them problem solve. On Thursday, you could have another video on how you will teach them to write up their similarities and differences. You might create a Google document format and share it with each of your students so that they can write down their similarities and their differences between the two projects. Finally, you will have them create a video in which they will share with their class and you the similarities and differences between their projects and perhaps even a picture or video of their projects that they've completed. So in this way, you're really getting kids to dialogue, collaborate, and you're teaching them a lot of fabulous skills that have to do with socialization, executive functioning, technology, communication, and content that you have to cover anyway. I hope this video is helpful to you in solving your problems. If you have any issues that you're having, I'd love to hear about them. And I'd love to create a video to offer a solution and some inspiration. You can email me at mary@evolveded.com. I look forward to hearing from you.